Dad here, and I am joined by Rebecca at Cabana Chronicles,
Hi.
and we are doing our first live stream. So, folks, this is pretty exciting. We're we're both very technologically challenged, and at the last minute, we're trying to get it on Rebecca's page as well, on her channel as well. So we're just trying to figure out if you are from Cabana Chronicle. If you're watching this on Cabana Chronicle, please let us know that you are there. I see Target Prime Rib already showing up, and Brisket Boomers and George Goodenough. Hello, folks.
Hi,
How
friends.
are you? Rebecca, where are you in the world?
I am currently in a hotel room in the south of Spain, near Granada.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, I'm having a very relaxed week.
You had a good vacation?
Yeah, having
Yeah.
a good vacation.
Having a good vacation. That is fabulous. So we've got Target Prime Rib, listening and walking. That is fabulous. Getting your exercise in.
Good stuff.
And Brisket Boomer, which is Amy Perrin. She made it. Yay. And George is here.
George.
Excellent.
Adam, going? What?
I think what we're going to do is...
Adam, can you just confirm, is this broadcasting on my channel?
Okay, let me see if I can check too. Let me see. I don't want to ruin things here. Let's see. Anybody from Cabana Chronicles here? Let's see. I don't see it.
I mean, if it's not broadcasting to my channel, that's okay. We can just continue and we'll just figure it out next time. That's
we can figure it out for next time. And if anyone knows how to get us to do this, you know, I'm sure there's got to be people, Rebecca, who are more technically astute, if you would say, than we are, because we're like very beginning. And, you know, we're pretty excited, folks, that we're here to talk to you. And I met Rebecca through YouTube, and I was so excited to hear her story because, honestly, her story and our story are my story are so closely linked that it is incredible. So Rebecca was diagnosed the same year I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
And she is 1 year ahead of me on the carnivore diet. So she got her healing like really a lot sooner than I did. And she found this thing. But I just feel that it's incredible that we both found healing by eating this way. And to me, it's like so amazing that I did it, but to find someone else in the world that has done the same thing is just totally incredible to me, Rebecca.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's that we're not the only two.
What's that?
I know we're not the only two. And I know that so many people who have multiple sclerosis would benefit by hearing our story. And that's why I wanted to get together with you and do some kind of a live stream and get this word out there.
100%. Yeah. Because there is that sense of like, am I just an anomaly? Why me? You know, why did I get it in the first place? Why did I suddenly not have it anymore? But when you see patterns, when you see cases building, you know, of people experiencing the same, it's very powerful. It
really is. It really is. So put in the comments, folks, what you have healed from by following the carnivore diet. I'd like to showcase some of the healings that we have here. And I know that we have them. I know that we do. So what have you healed from? by following the carnivore diet. And also tell us where you're from, because we are across the world here. We're in Spain, we're in the US, Boston, Boston, Massachusetts. I know we have a lot of people from the US. I want to know if we have some other people from Europe, some other people from Spain. Let me know where you're from and let us know what you've healed from. So, Rebecca, oh, I lost Rebecca. That's okay. That's okay. We'll get her back. No worries. So, and it's not showing up live. Does anyone know how to stream it here easily to let them know? I'm not showing up live? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because it says that I'm streaming. Keto Carnivore. Hello from Springfield, Missouri. Hello. Good to see you. And we've got Adam Burgess from Edinburgh, UK. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So I hope Rebecca comes back. If not, we can all just Cabana Chronicles. So Sharon, you're telling me you are watching this on Cabana Chronicles? Let me know. And Rebecca's trying to connect. Let's see if this happens. I don't see her. Rebecca is in she's in a hotel room. So I don't know what kind of Wi-Fi she has. So hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed that she comes back to us. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2016. And I started following a carnivore diet in 2024. So I was sick for a good 9 years. And I just was searching for everything. I was getting worse and worse. This thing was starting to kick my butt, and I was getting worse and worse. And I found the carnivore diet on YouTube. So, and the rest is history. After 3 weeks, brain fog cleared.
I can't see the chat either. I can't see Diane, and I can't see the chat. So I have absolutely no idea.
And I started feeling so much more energetic.
If anyone can hear me or what's happening. So, yeah, we something's can't see happening. Oh, you see me? Okay.
We see you, Rebecca. So you see me. You can see Rebecca. I can't see Rebecca.
Interesting.
I can.
Do you guys see Diane?
She's back, but she's not on the video.
Can Diane see that she's back? I did just email Diane.
Sound between us
so let's
is
see
off.
If she responds to that email.
I think so.
Not entirely sure.
No, I think we're on. There must be something on
I'm not sure how these
move her from the scenes until she gets that squared away. Can Diane see that she's back? Yes, I can, but I can't. I don't see her. I mean, I see her, but I don't see her. I see that she's back, but I can't see her. Should they go out and come back? I don't know how this works. I can see and hear you both. Really, George? I can't see Rebecca.
You can't.
I'm adding her to the scene.
Are we? I don't know what's going on.
Do you guys see her? Because I don't.
Something just happened. I can't see Diane. I have no idea if Diane can see me. But George can see and hear us both. So.
Yeah, she has gone. She has gone. So Rebecca, if you can hear me at all, perhaps you should leave and then come. She's back? Amy? Do you see her? Really?
She's back.
Well, Rebecca, I'm going to
Diane
ask you if you could just leave and then come back. Erin sees and hears us both. This is bizarre. This is bizarre.
Oh my God. It was bound to go wrong, wasn't it?
This is like haunted. Both leave? You want me to leave? I don't think I can leave. This is my live stream. I don't think it's possible. If I leave, it's going to end it. I can't do that. I don't think I can do that. All right. I'll try. And I apologize if I end up.
I'm going to leave and come back in again. I don't know if that will help.
All right, here I go. So sorry. Now I'm back. We'll see if Rebecca comes back. It did work. It didn't end it forever. Oh, you're so sweet. It's okay. It happens. We will wait patiently. You guys are the best. The best. Hello, Erin. We'll start over, Terry. We're going. We're going. And here is Rebecca. Yay! I'm so happy to see you.
What just happened?
I have no idea. I think this thing is haunted. I don't know what happened, but you stay here. Don't leave.
I will not go anywhere. I will not go anywhere. And thanks, guys, if you're still here. Thanks for hanging on.
Yes, they are. They're still here, and they're helping us. They're so patient. They're so supportive.
Oh.
It's really hallelujah.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my goodness. All right. So it is now 12:11. And I would like to start. I'm sorry about the technical craziness that we've had here. I'd like to start with some questions. So put QQQ in the comments. And if you have any questions for Rebecca or myself, or for both of us, please put it in the comments and we'll be sure to answer them. So, what time is it there, Rebecca?
6:15 in the evening.
Oh, did you have a good day?
I had a lovely day, thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
I arrived last night quite late, and there was a storm. It was like a mini hurricane, actually, which was very strange. Thunder, rain. So I was very tired after my journey. So I've just spent the whole day in the hotel room. I walked my dog, who was here with me, under the forests, and I went for a swim, and I've just rested. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to get a break. It's good to get a break.
I'll go out exploring tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. And how long do you plan on being there?
Just 6 nights. 6 nights, but it's so different here to where I live in northern Spain. It's so different. It's very nice to be. It's it's like a 10-hour drive.
Wow.
Yeah. It's beautiful around here. Beautiful. Very hot.
Yeah.
Very hot. But I've got an air-conditioned hotel room, so.
Oh, that's fabulous. I love it. I love it. So, and how have you been feeling? How is everything going as far as your health goes?
Thank you for asking. Yes, very well, thank you. And remarkably so, in the sense that Spain is in the middle of a heat wave. And as you will know, when you have MS, you have heat sensitivity.
Right.
And what it does is it brings out your existing symptoms even more.
Right.
So whatever symptoms you're experiencing, you have them on, on steroids, on turbo. And it can be very, very difficult to make it through the heat. And I have been absolutely fine. No problem at all. I headed from Asturias in the north, where it's how's the foot? From in the north in Asturias, it was also quite hot because it's the whole of Spain that's got the heat wave, but it's cooler in the north. It's just generally cooler in the north. And so I was like, what am I doing? I'm heading down south. It's going to be a furnace. I must be mad. And I drove to Madrid, and it's very hot in Madrid. In fact, to the point where nobody is in Madrid in August. They leave. Everybody's gone. It's completely a ghost town. And it was scorching. And I was absolutely fine. The friend that
I'm so happy.
It's so liberating,
Isn't it? Because I'm feeling that as well. I'm feeling that, like, I test it, Rebecca. I've been we had a hot week last week, and I walked 4 days in a row, and I waited until afternoon time just to test it.
Yeah.
And I was fine. For those of you who don't know, it's called Uthoff syndrome. So it's a syndrome that's closely associated with multiple sclerosis, and it really feels like it's frying your brain. For me, at least, I feel like, I want to curl up in a ball. I want to find air conditioning by emergency.
Yeah.
But, and I think it's so exciting that we're both able to go in the heat now. I just love it, because I used to love the summertime, know, and now I love it again.
Getting your vitamin D. And also not really burning. Like that's a carnivore thing.
Right. No, I am half Irish and half Sicilian, but I did not get the Sicilian skin. Unfortunately, I got the Irish skin, and I always burned. And when they say carnivores don't burn, that is the absolute truth. I've been tanning this summer. I've been in the sun and the heat, and it's been wonderful. So, Rebecca, George wants to know how your foot is. Rebecca, how is the foot? I haven't noticed the toe problem for a long time now. Oxalate dumping. It was weird.
Well, again, thanks for asking. And I'm happy to hear that your toe problem has faded away, George. That's great. That's great news. Mine wasn't a case of oxalate dumping. Mine was a broken toe, but the toe itself is absolutely fine. It's healed relatively quickly, actually. But the problem I had was that I had a plaster cast on, which was a bit of overkill, to be honest. I don't know why they put this massive plaster cast on all the way up to my knee for a broken toe. And I walked on it for a long time. I was walking on it because I didn't have a choice, because I had animals to look after. So I was just limping along on top of my plaster cast, and that's created secondary problems, which have gone on for 6 months. But I feel like, and I don't feel like the carnivore diet could really help me with this. This is an injury. I mean, maybe your overall bodily state is stronger. When I was sick with MS, any impact on my body was 10 times worse, to be honest. So probably it's better because of the carnivore diet, but it's also just, carnivores get injured. And it's gone on and on. But thank you for asking. It is actually at the point where I'm now using only one crutch and only half the time, and I'm swimming every day. On this holiday, I've gone swimming basically every single day.
That's fabulous.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, it's on its way. It's on its way.
Good. So we have another question here from Amy Perrin. I have a good friend and sister-in-law with MS for several years. I've sent them several videos of you both. Thank you. Of yours and other carnivores who have healed MS. They refuse to go carnivore. Oh no. I know that can be really frustrating, don't you think?
It's frustrating to think that people won't even give it a try.
Right.
That's where I'm coming from with it. I don't like to tell people what to do. And, I don't know if you experienced this, Diane, but when I first got sick, everybody was telling me what I should do in order to cure my MS. And it got pretty tedious pretty quickly. Everyone's got a theory. Everyone's got a magic smoothie. Everyone's got some tidbit of information about it. And I used to just think, you know what, just let the doctors get on with it. How wrong I was about that, but that's how I felt at the beginning. But the point is that stayed with me, that feeling of not telling people what to do when it comes to their health.
Yeah.
However, I think it's really important to give people information that they may or may not wish to take on board. And I suppose it is a little bit frustrating or sad rather than frustrating when people are automatically closed to it. No, that can't be right. You know,
right. Because I'm always telling people, maybe it won't work for you,
yeah,
right? Maybe it won't, but isn't it worth just trying it? Isn't
yeah,
it worth just trying this thing exactly for 30 days? It's only 30 days of your life.
yeah,
Try it exactly
yeah,
and see what happens. And if nothing happens, move on.
yeah,
If something does, it is such a gift. If you get relief from multiple sclerosis, from the fatigue, from the brain fog, from the balance issues. I mean, it's really disruptive to your life. If you get some relief from that, that is such a gift.
yeah,
And that is something I will not waver from this diet at all. As difficult as it can be sometimes, I will not waver because I don't want to end up back where I was.
yeah,
And then when you end up back where you were, it's a progressive illness. It's a progressive disease that just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So, they talk about like, what is your why? So, why would someone do this? Someone would do this because they want to get their health back, and that's why I do it. But you can't force someone or tell someone what to do because there's free will. You can only give them the information. You can only say, you know what, just go look at Rebecca, see what's happening with her. Go look at Diane, see what's happening with her, and do your own thing. You do you. Here are two women, and there are more. There's Emily Penton online too, that she talks about. In fact, I'm being interviewed by her tomorrow. So head up on that one. So she also she had multiple sclerosis and severe mental health issues as well. And she's very clear about that. And she found such relief. So if a diet can help you to live your life the way you want to live it, I say give it a try.
Yeah.
Give it a try. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I will not. I mean, I think I told someone just recently, if you put a gun to my head, I'm not going off this diet. I'm sorry. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
I wonder where that refusal comes from. What's at the root of it?
They don't believe it. Because you know what, Rebecca? If they believed it were true, they would start it right away.
Yeah.
I don't think people believe that it can happen. And I think part of it is the medical community telling you that, because they told me, they were very, very clear, because I was like searching for something, right? And they told me, you're going to have this forever.
Yeah.
It's not going to get better with diet and exercise. There's nothing you can do to help it. It's not even going to get better with the medications. The medications don't make it better.
Right.
So I think that the medical community plays a big role in that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's absolutely no sense of hope given to you when you are diagnosed with MS. It's like, this is the best you'll ever be.
So I think you get this radical acceptance of, I am a person with MS. You just accept it into your soul. And then when someone says you can be a person without MS or without the symptoms of MS, I've never said that I'm cured of MS.
Yeah.
It doesn't jive because you've already taken the time to accept that this is your lot in life. This is what's going to happen with you. So for someone to say, hey, you don't have to do this, they're like, you are full of baloney. You are a scam artist. You are,
And I guess it's similar to what I was saying just now, that, you hear so many people who've got their magic cures and what you should be doing. And it is just like, you know what, just back off. Like, I've got this now. I've got it forever. I just need to find a way to live with it.
Right.
And you have to accept that you can't cure it. That might make you uncomfortable.
And I'm sorry if it bothers you that I have MS, but this is just the way it is.
Yeah.
Right. So I think there's some of that too.
Yeah. So it's just another one of those things, you know, that people are chucking out there, magic cures. And did you start it thinking it would actually, I didn't start it thinking it would cure MS.
I started it thinking, let's see if it does. I mean, I'll try it. I never thought that, right, you're right, Rebecca. I never thought that it would, right? So I was surprised when I woke up one day and I was like, okay, where's that brain fog that I had yesterday? It seems to be gone. And you know, why am I feeling not fatigued? It was a big surprise. I did it to see if, right? Because I'm just that type of person that will try different things, you know. But I was surprised that it happened. So yes.
Me too. Yeah.
I guess I didn't think it would happen. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Terry wants to know, how strict are you on carnivore? And what did you eat today?
Today I've eaten 2 eggs and some bacon because, as it happens, in this hotel, I have breakfast included, and it's very nice. And there's a lovely breakfast spread which included bacon and eggs. So I was very happy to see that. So I was able to quite happily have my carnivore usual diet this morning. I'm eating a bit less at the moment because it's so hot.
Right.
I don't have as much of an appetite. And then in the past week when I was in Madrid, I spent a week in Madrid before I came to Granada. I was with another carnivore. So my friend Alejandro, he may be watching. Hi, if you're watching. He's also carnivore. And he's also carnivore. So I was able to stick to the diet for that week. Now, I've said this many times on my channel, I am not a perfect carnivore. There are times when I've strayed from the diet. I've felt the consequences of that. Interestingly, not so much with my MS symptoms, but with things like eczema or my mood, gaining weight, that kind of thing. So I've noticed that when I'm on the diet, when I'm strict, everything's that much better overall. So, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I've only ever eaten beef and water, you know, for the past 2 years. I have strayed from it. I strayed from it last week with Alejandro, my carnivore friend. We were a bit naughty, and we went churros, and that's really naughty. Churros, I don't know if you know them. They're absolutely awful. I shouldn't be admitting this. This was terrible. They're like deep fried dough things. You have hot chocolate, like it's just the worst. We were like,
I hope the carnivore police are not watching.
So just last week I did something really naughty, but you know, it's once in a, I don't want to even say once in a blue moon, but it does happen. But then I will break it more. I won't, that was very bad. That's once in a blue moon, but I will break it occasionally with things like vegetables, melon. That's one fruit that I allow myself. I had a piece of melon yesterday because when I was driving in the heat and I stopped at a service station, there was a plate of melon. And the guy said, you can have this. You can have this melon. Look, this come from this melon stand. They just came and gave it to us. And my instinct was to say, oh no, thanks. I don't eat fruit. But then I thought, you know, it's so hot. Have a piece of melon because that's quite low carb. So I don't want to sit here and talk about all the things I've eaten that aren't carnivore.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to cause any cravings or anything.
That's right. But I am. I would never go back to my former way of eating. Not a chance. And I will always strive to be the best carnivore possible.
That's good because we have two views here, right? So it shows people that are watching, people that are listening, that you can follow the carnivore diet the way that you want to follow it. Rebecca, you have a little something every now and again from time to time, as Dr. Kiltz will say. And me, on the other hand, I don't. I follow this thing to the T, Exactly. The last time I had anything off of it was my son's wedding, and that was a glass of champagne or 2. And and not I didn't go to 3, I just went to 2,
Right.
and that was it, and the next day, I went
Mm.
right back on it because
Mm.
for me, it's a slippery slope. I suffered from
Yeah.
carb addiction for many, many years.
Right.
And it's interesting, you say you have eczema or you had eczema. I too had eczema since I was
Oh,
a young child.
right.
Yeah, and, so I don't know. I think that it depends on who you are and what you want to do, but if you wanna do this thing and try it, the one thing I would recommend is to do it exactly from day 1. Like,
Yeah.
do it exactly from day 1, just to see what you can heal, just
Yeah.
to see. And then, like Rebecca, trying a little bit of this and a little bit of that, maybe you can experiment with some things to see how your body reacts to it.
Yeah.
And for me, experimenting didn't work out so hot.
Yeah.
For Rebecca, it might be okay. So everyone's got their own metabolism. So
Mm,
I
yeah.
think that's a really good point to tell all of the people that are listening and watching us.
I mean, it's definitely better to not stray from the diet. You know, that is 100% clear to me. I've never felt good having broken it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I just don't
so
want to hear it say I never have, because I have. But I've
Right.
always thought this isn't. I've I've felt low mood. I've had spots come out, if not eczema. You know, and I do experiment with different things. So I'm moving towards lamb being my primary.
I love lamb.
I love lamb.
I
Some
love
people
lamb.
hate it. I spoke to
I love
somebody
it.
who lives in my a Spanish lady who lives in the village that I live in, and we were having a conversation, and I mentioned that I love lamb, and she was just, how can you go near it? It's because it's got a very strong flavor.
My husband hates it. I wish he
Really?
loved it.
There you
He
go.
hates it. So when I have it,
I didn't get that.
I'll cook him a steak and I'll cook myself some lamb. He loves a steak.
Mm.
So I'm looking at Amy's question. I think it's a combination of carb addiction and being afraid of doing something different than your doctor recommends. And I'm
Uh,
trying to, Amy, what were you referring to? Because it is,
the
we're kind of behind on
resistance,
the questions.
the
So
resistance to starting the diet.
starting the diet.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. People are addicted to carbohydrates, so
Yeah.
they don't want to
Oh,
give up that carbs because that's I don't know about you, Rebecca, but when I tell someone, they say, "What are you doing?" And I tell them and they go, "Oh, I could never give up my sandwiches." Whatever their carb addiction is, they'll tell me like within 30 seconds of me telling them what I'm doing. And I say, "Well, I didn't ask you to give up your sandwiches. That I'm just telling you what I'm doing." So I think that people do bring it back to themselves and they say, I can't give that up." Right? The way that I see it though is that, like, on one hand, there are plenty of foods that I would want to eat. I mean, I'm just going to be totally transparent here. My mother was Sicilian. She was the best cook ever. And there are plenty of foods that I would so enjoy eating.
Yeah.
I'll put them on this hand, right? On this hand is eating whatever I want to eat, whatever. Even if I just do it on the weekends and just cheat on this thing on the weekends. I know I can't do that, but that
Mm.
would be on one hand. That would be like my wish, right? So on the other hand is health and well-being,
Yeah.
emotional health, physical health, being able to walk, being able to talk, being able to be with my family in these same family situations where all the food is, right? So
Mm.
I can be there with them. I just can't eat the food because I
Yeah.
know if I eat the food, my health isn't going to be good.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be able to socialize. I'm not gonna be able to tell people I love them. I'm not gonna be able to hug people. I'm not gonna be able to stand, right? I know that. So that's the choice that I made.
Mm.
It's like a black and white choice to me
Mm.
in my
Mm.
mind. So I think people who have health problems think that they can, well, I'll just take the medication the doctor gives me and hope for the best and live my life the way I want to.
Yeah.
Is that, and there's also people that don't know. They don't know that they can be healthy.
Yeah. 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 So that's a lot of hurdles to jump over.
Yeah.
To give it a go. Yeah, and carbs are so addictive. I mean, my diet before I started the carnivore diet was entirely carb. And it seemed absolutely crazy to me that I would suddenly only eat meat. Meat, right? And you've talked about the stages of the diet. The first being, it's crazy.
Carnivore is crazy. That is the first stage of this whole thing, and everyone knows it. Everyone has been there. Carnivore is crazy. Even if you're there for 20 minutes, you're there until you start looking at more. So we've got Sharon here, and says, Amy, I too have
a sister-in-law
with MS. My brother is on 3 blood pressure medications, statins, has lots of joint pain, but the doctor says meat is inflammatory and to limit. And so they do. Yes, Sharon, because
how crazy.
That's the story.
Isn't it the opposite? I believe it's anti-inflammatory. It's a food that isn't.
That's right.
And that's why it works.
The most anti-inflammatory diet you can eat would be red meat. So I tell you that red meat is inflammatory. Yeah, that, Sharon, you're absolutely correct, because they tell you to stay away from the red meat. So when this layperson, this crazy carnivore, tells you to eat meat, yeah, no, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen unless they do their own research. And that's, Amy, thank you for sending them to our channels, because I think if they themselves do the research, that's going to be key. That's going to be key. Yeah. So we've got some comments here. Oh, that's where someone's from Barbados, Uruguay.
Cool.
Yeah. Brazil.
Okay.
Welcome. Lucky you. Lucky you. You're under arrest. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we'll just go past that one.
Okay.
Oh, because I said the carnivore police.
Break the diet.
Here we go, George. I literally just had a text from my doctor's surgery. They want to sell me a statin. Hey, I have some news. I went for a CAC scan.
What's that?
So a CAC scan. We have a lot of people from the KILT coaching group. We learned all about how high cholesterol isn't really a thing that bothers us. They give you a statin if your cholesterol is high. So my cholesterol is high. So I asked my doctor, I said, hey, I'm doing this diet because it's healing my MS. Do you think that I could get a CAC scan? And what that is a cardiac artery calcium scan. So they scan the and if I'm saying this wrong, class, please chime in. So they scan the artery in your heart, and to see if there's any calcium, if there's any hard plaque. And you get a score from 0 to in the hundreds to say if you have calcium in your arteries. And Rebecca, everyone here listening, I am 0. I do not have any calcium in my arteries, in my heart. So that is good news, Rebecca. So you can smile. Yay!
Great. What's that? What's like the mechanism? Like how is that? What's going on there?
So that means that I have no need for a statin, George. I have no need for a statin because they can't test the soft plaque, but there's no hard plaque. So if I'm going to get a heart attack from the carnivore diet, I have 10 years. Because there's no hard plaque. It's like they say get one in 5 years. Keep on getting one to see if you've got any, because that's what they tell you, right? You're getting plaque in your arteries when you.
And that's what causes heart disease, is it?
That's what causes a heart attack. Yeah, because it blocks the arteries.
Oh yeah.
So I don't have any. So
where would the calcium if you
it's calcified plaque. Right? So they're testing to see if you have plaque in the artery walls in your heart. And I don't.
That's wonderful news.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep. So if a doctor tells you go on a statin, Rebecca, say, oh, can I have a CAC scan? You have to pay for it yourself.
I see.
Oh, here we go. Sharon, thank you. It's called coronary artery calcium scan. That's what it's called.
Interesting.
AKA CAC scan. So if anyone listening, if your doctor says, hey, your LDL is too high, which we all know that's not a thing, right? We all know that as long as your HDL is high, as long as your blood pressure is low, your A1C is low, and all these other metrics meet or exceed health.
Yeah.
LDL does not. And again, I'm not a doctor, but your doctor will tell you that you need a statin. So George, go get a CAC scan.
And do not go on statins, but you know that.
It's not an MRI, Amy. It's a CT scan. So there's which MRI doesn't have a lot of radiation either. The CT scan doesn't have a lot of radiation. It's not like an X-ray.
By the way, I have a bit of news as well.
You do?
I do. It's not good, neither good news nor bad news, but I'm having another MRI scan on the 12th of September. So okay. I don't get to book them. They just come my way because I'm in the state system. I don't have private health insurance. But I got a phone call a few days ago, and I've been referred back to my old neurologist, the one who is completely anti my approach.
Okay.
New MS. So I moved house for a year, so I had a different one for a year. Then I've moved back to the same area, so I've been re-referred to him, and I'm going to have my first MRI scan and then follow-up appointment with him. And I'm really looking forward to it, to the appointment, because in my previous MRI scan, I had no disease activity. And I will go to my appointment with him, and hopefully this scan will also show that. Of course, I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to having my appointment with this guy who's extremely skeptical, this neurologist who's extremely skeptical of my entire approach. He wants me on medication. He thinks I'm being extremely arrogant. You know, he says
you had a video. I remember you had a video in the office with him, right? Yeah. When he was arguing with you.
Yeah.
So those of you who don't know, go to Rebecca's channel, Cabana Chronicles, and look that up. I just hope that it shows, first of all, it's going to show no new disease, right? They're not going to be active lesions, but I'm hoping that you get rid of some old lesions. And he's going to be like, what? How did that happen?
I did have some churros a few days ago. And then I got the phone
everything. Come on. So yeah. So Rebecca, look at my talk from Boston that I have on my on my channel, and I talk about how I went to my doctor and like the approach that I had and how I took like 3 steps back and just kind of told her what I do, rather than I didn't want to fight with her. I took that approach of like, this is what I'm doing, and did he do that sobriety test with you where you touch your nose, stand on one foot, do all of that? He did that?
Yeah, where you walk on a straight line. Yeah, to test.
And how did you do with it?
I aced it.
And he didn't think that was a big deal?
No, he thinks what he's described me as is a force of nature, or a natural something like
anomaly.
A freak of nature, basically.
A freak of nature.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Hey, the way I'm seeing this is we're freezing. Does anyone do you see me as frozen, Rebecca?
No, no.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So we've got about 15 minutes left, although probably a little less. Let me just, yeah, about 14 minutes left here.
Oh, I'm really enjoying this. I'm just getting into it.
Yeah. So Rebecca, I cannot scroll through now because I'm frozen. We're having a lot of technical difficulties, folks, and I do apologize. So if you could scroll through some of the comments. And
I can't see the comments. I can only see the comments which you're putting up.
Okay.
I have no idea what the comments are.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, let me see here.
It's just our test run live.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm frozen. Oop.
You back? I can see you. You're not.
Oh, I'm unfrozen.
Okay.
I'm unfrozen now.
Good stuff.
You guys are the best audience ever. I'm telling you. You are so patient with our little mishaps, and you are wonderfully asking us questions. Some easy stuff. If you want to ask us more difficult questions, you can. We'll try and answer them. I know neither one of us are doctors, but
I am actually a doctor.
Oh, you are a doctor. You're just not a medical doctor.
Right.
If you have any translation questions, a literary,
yeah.
And I'm a therapist. If you have any mental health issue questions, you can definitely ask me those, and I will be very happy. So, okay, Erin's telling us that she has her annual pulmonary function test, PFT, in Boston tomorrow. 33 months of carnivore, awaiting improvement. Erin, be sure to let us know what's going on. That's pretty exciting. I know it's interesting because when you're not following the carnivore diet or you're not doing things to try to improve your health, when you get these tests, you're really nervous about them. But like, I'm very excited. I'm getting an MRI in November, I believe, and I'm very excited about that. I was very excited about the CAC scan, but I was a little bit nervous too because there could have been damage done prior to carnivore that stayed in my arteries, and I'm just fortunate that nothing like that came up.
How often do you have MRIs?
Once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year. I go to the doc every 6 months, and she basically does a clinical exam and tests my reflexes and all that, and talks to me a little bit. And the last 2 times I was there were like really, really good appointments. And I mean, she can't deny that I'm so much better. And I think it's hard for you, Rebecca, because because of your healthcare system, you've been jumping around from doctor to doctor. So you haven't had one doctor following you.
Country to country. I mean, it's been ridiculous. It's such a shame because I've got an entire history, but I've moved house so many times and there's no communication regionally in the UK or in Spain. It's very difficult to get those records sent from Manchester to Birmingham, Birmingham to Oviedo, Oviedo to Lugo, Lugo back to Oviedo, all these areas that I've been in. So each time I have an MRI scan, it's like starting from zero in terms of seeing the history of my disease. But my neurologist in Spain, even without seeing how ill I was before, cannot believe how well I am. Being nearly 10 years into the illness.
Wow.
You should be much more ill. I don't understand. I'm not going to listen to a word you say, but I don't understand why you're not ill, why you're absolutely fine. He can't find, he's sort of looking, he's hoping to find things wrong with me.
Well, you're going to put him out of business, right? So if everyone was as healthy as you are, what would he do?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not private. He's not earning money from prescribing me anything, but I think it's his pride and his training.
No, I think they do, Rebecca. So
do they?
People comment on this because this is very important. I believe that doctors I don't know if they get compensated, but they do get, if a doctor does not prescribe a statin, for instance, when someone has high cholesterol, I think they get docked. I think it goes on their record as bad. I remember Dr. Sean Baker talking about him getting kicked out of his practice because he didn't do enough knee replacements and hip replacements, because he was telling people to eat the carnivore diet and they were getting better, right? So these doctors in either private practices or hospital practices, I believe that they have like this quota to meet. They've got to make money. That's how the hospitals make money. They make money through hip replacements, knee replacements. They make money. I don't know if they make money directly with prescribing medications, but there's some kind of a system going on where doctors are basically drug dealers. They deal, they prescribe drugs, or they prescribe treatments, surgeries, tests. My husband wanted a CAC scan. His cholesterol went high, and he talking to his doctor, and they said, "I'm not going to give you a prescription for that. I'm not going to, put an order in for that." And my husband said, "Why not?" And they said, "Because we don't have a drug to give you as far as like what the outcome of the scan is." Which isn't even true, because they could give him a statin if it's high, right? If his CAC, I don't even think the doctor knew what a CAC was, to tell you the truth. So I don't know. I think that there is some kind of I don't know if it's a direct kickback, but I think it looks good to a practice to have doctors doing things that they make money for.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. So Rachel B says, my dad, who has MS also, has already been sold on the idea of the carnivore diet, but I fear he has analysis paralysis, or just afraid of change, or
concept. Never heard that. Analysis paralysis. Love it.
Yeah. No, Rachel, I get that, because and that's what I call the 5 steps of carnivore mindset. So the first step is carnivore is crazy. So carnivore, you're told, do this thing, do this carnivore diet. And you say, like you said, Rebecca, how can this be? It's totally opposite every single thing that anyone has ever told me in my whole entire life. Some people are afraid, wow, if I go on the carnivore diet, now, now I'm going to be like, what is the word I'm looking for? So I have to go through all those keto flu and all of that. So that's a fear. Now, if I want to cheat on the weekends, I can't, which Rebecca has proven that you can. Once you're on this thing, exactly, you can play a little bit and see how you feel. So that's a fear of people, that now, or people are going to look at me differently, which I've also felt that, people in the social situations are going to be like, what, you can't eat that? How come you're not drinking? You can just have a little wine. You can just have a little something, So yeah, there are a lot of reasons why people get paralyzed, and I call the paralysis part the spinning circle.
Right.
Spinning forward, then you're spinning backward. It's like that little spinning circle on the screen, that you're not in the next program and you're not in the previous program, kind of like we were today, kind of freezing, and this all this technology stuff happening, right? So that's where a lot of people hang out, and it's not until step 4, because step 3 is preparing your life, preparing your pantry, preparing your refrigerator, preparing your family. There's a lot of preparation, and then kind of jumping in with 2 feet in the challenge. So the challenge is do this thing for 30 days. So, Rachel, your dad will get there. Have him continue to watch Rebecca, continue to watch me, continue to watch the doctors that talk about autoimmune disease. And as you do that, I think you become more comfortable. So
it's great. He's already sold on the idea. That's the biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's kind of like when you are thinking of doing something like fasting, it's that discomfort. You know, it's, you have to build up to it. Or if you're addicted to something and you're giving it up,
yeah,
you know, that's something that you know you need to do, but you need to work towards it, you know,
right.
and prepare the ground. Yeah.
And this is what Erin says. Rachel, ask your dad to start with 1 carnivore meal a day and build as ready.
Good idea.
Very good idea, Erin. That would definitely, you know, kind of ease his way into it, or starting with keto, you know, just giving up the higher carb vegetables and giving up all the, you know, the stuff in the middle of the grocery store, and kind of sharpen the edge and just see how it does. See how he does. So the very good advice, Erin. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
So we have about 5 minutes left, Rebecca, and that's it. It just went by so fast. I've loved talking with you.
Oh, I've loved it. Yeah, it's a shame we had that glitch at the beginning.
I know. Well, you know, this is how you learn. This is how you learn. And there's no way to learn other than doing this thing. And in fact, I didn't tell you, but some of these lovely people that are commenting are in the kilts class. And I sent a text to them on Saturday. I'm like, hey, who's available now? Let's do a live stream. And I had some guests. I had some people chiming in. So thank you. Just so I could get, you know, I could get a hang of it a little bit.
Wonderful.
So there were
I have an interview with Dr. Kilts this week.
What's that?
I have an interview with Dr. Kilts this week.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I think it's Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, my interview with him just went out last week.
Oh,
so
great.
That's a good one. Yeah. So he's awesome. He's an awesome guy. You'll really enjoy that. And there's so many wonderful people in this community that I love so much, and that I've met through classes, I've met through YouTube, that I've met through various ways, that I met in Boston when I did the Boston meetup, and I went to Wisconsin meetup and the Tampa meetup. And if anyone hasn't been to a meetup, oh my gosh, like the best time ever. It's like being in the middle of YouTube, right? It's like being with all these people that you see. And I have one last question I'm going to take. I have 3 minutes left. It's going to go off in 3 months, just so you know. Diane, do you implement other health things like grounding, sunlight, or in the morning? Yes, Adam, I do. I have a red light. I do red light therapy. I do grounding. In the morning, I'll walk on the grass around my house and get the sunlight on my face. I'm in the sun a lot more because I can stand the sun and I'm not burning, and I'm not feeling the heat. I'm not feeling the heat anymore. So yeah, a lot of those things I am doing, and I do recommend them highly. Rebecca, what about you? Are you doing any of that stuff?
Well, yes, I do. I because of my foot injury, I've been doing less grounding because I can't actually go barefoot very easily.
Yep.
With the injury, but I do, you know, put my feet on the ground, sitting down.
I feel it. I definitely feel it when.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Grounding is amazing, and sunlight, 100%. Yeah, sunlight.
Getting out in the morning with the red sunlight too. The early morning sunlight is fabulous.
Say that. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to sign off.
Okay.
And thank everyone for your questions. Rebecca, thank you for joining me today, and we're going to do this again. We're going to do this again.
So this host as well. You've been a great host. So thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And we're going to get this on Rebecca's channel too, guys. So we'll get it there. We'll figure it out. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning. So enjoy the rest of your vacation, and thank you so much, Rebecca.
Thank you. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.